Happy anniversary, Dee. Tara's excited squeal almost pierced my ears. I chuckled in understanding. God bless us who have been tolerating her hyper-excited self ever since she was born, and God bless Rohit, her boyfriend, who had been tolerating her since 4 years now. Ha! Shout even louder. Let the world hear you, okay? I tried to playfully reprimand her. Dee, come on, stop patronizing me. At least say thank you, she whined. Thank you, Tara ji, my sarcastic self uttered. So, what's the plan today, huh? Romantic date with Jiju? Long drive? Weekend getaway? She teased me, and as much as I knew her, this little idiot must be wiggling her eyebrows. Jiju, which means brother-in-law? Why, you want to join us? Dee, so shameless you are, she squealed yet again. But seriously? Like it's your first anniversary? So you guys must have planned something special? She said in a much human tone now. Not really sure. I am working from home today, and being a Friday, I will mostly log off by 4. Your Jiju, however, I am not sure of. Let's see. I was indeed unaware of the time Raj would come home. He's been having a busy month in his law firm, and I understand it. Badly. Come on guys. First anniversary. I could practically visualize her flailing her arms around in exasperation and Rohit attempting to calm her down. Such a dramatic being. I know. But our work. I tried to reason with her. What type of a wife are you, Dee? Your husband's being so unromantic and you are supporting him. Oh God, how will I ever become a Masi? Masi, which means maternal aunt. My goodness, Tara. You shameless girl, I said with widened eyes. This girl literally has no filter. By the way, I am disconnecting the call now. We have a date today. See ya. Unromantic wife of an even more unromantic husband. Before I could retort, she had cut the call and left me in a myriad of thoughts. Raj and I had an arranged marriage. It's not that my parents weren't the open-minded types, because they have wholeheartedly accepted Rohit. But I was not the relationship types. I had always been invested in studies and research and work, and all of what came alongside that, dating and all, had never been in my radar. So when I turned 28, Papa asked me to meet this guy who's a good lawyer. Raj was 33, I was 28, and we literally had the same notions about dating, no interest. He hadn't dated a single girl until we met 4 or 5 times, and I found him decent, loyal, and an actually good person generally. Lo and behold, we were engaged. And within a month of the engagement, married. Even during the courtship period, we were more keen on knowing each other rather than the grand romantic gestures. He generally did not speak much, whereas I loved to speak with those who I considered to be my comfort zone. Despite of Raj's monosyllabic answers mostly, he had grown up on me, and I found comfort in his presence. He was on his way to become my comfort zone. Despite of me not really dating, I always had a romantic idea of a partner, the Bollywood-style romance at times. Raj was nowhere near those ideas of mine. He just wasn't carved that way, and I accepted that. After all, that's how a relationship is. We accept a person who's not completely as per our dreams and make a wonderful bond with communication and affection. Raj and I were on our way to this. But Tara's words, they forced me to think now. Think about if how we were was alright. Just when the clock struck 12, I woke him up. He was dead tired, and I had half a mind to not do so. But then again, our first anniversary. He woke up, smiled gently at my words, pecked my lips sweetly, and taking me in his arms, he wished me the same. Just to fall asleep. A moment later, I chuckled at his lazy self, but then remembering his exhaustion, I too gave in to mine, and we slept. In the morning when I had waken up, he was long gone. I felt a bit disheartened, but when I entered the kitchen, I found a plate laid for me with my favorite grilled cheese sandwiches. His way of caring. But then what about Tara's words? Did my romantic notions really suffer because of him being unromantic? I had been caught up in a big turmoil of thoughts and what-ifs when I heard the doorbell ringing. Must be him, I smiled. I opened the door with a big smile on my face to find Raj standing outside. He seemed exhausted, and I knew he seemed exhausted, and I knew he was, but still managed to have a genuine smile on his face. His hands devoid of any roses or cake or anything anniversary types. I felt my smile falter for a moment before I composed myself yet again. Since when did you start caring about all of these things, Annie? I shook off my thoughts. You are quite early today. He indeed was. 3 in the afternoon. He had never been home at this time before. So this was quite surprising. Got done with stuff earlier today. Also, I just wanted to leave it. Are you done with your work? He seemed a bit nervous. Whoa Raj, all of these words in a single go. Relax. What's the matter? I was quite surprised yet again. Raj was not the types to speak such long sentences in a single go. Just tell, are you done with work? No, I am reviewing this last paper. Mostly will wind up till 4, max 4:30. Great, now will you please complete your work in our bedroom? Seeing my confused face, he continued. Needed the house to myself for some time. I was shocked at his words. But more so, I felt really hurt. Was I intruding on his private space so much that even on our anniversary he wants some alone time? Usually he would need 4 hours or so in a week for himself, which even I needed. We were both introverts, and us introverts do need the time to unwind, so it was a win-win for us. But today, on our anniversary, I managed to force a smile, trying to hold back my tears. Sure, I uttered swiftly, and then scooping up my laptop, I sauntered into the bedroom with a hurt heart. After a few minutes, I had managed to calm myself and got engrossed in my work. It must have been an hour or so before I felt absolute dark around me. The curtains being closed, the room was pitch black, and I quickly switched on the mobile torch. Raj entered through the door and, approaching me, took a hold of my arm. Before I could question him, he dragged me along with him. Raj, what's this? I tried to free my arm, to no avail. His grip was quite strong. As he was leading me through the corridor, I could sense a mouth-watering aroma wafting through the air. He led me inside the kitchen. Please close your eyes, Anisha. The rare gentle tone he used with me. But Raj, I tried to protest. Ani, his pleading whisper had me closing my eyes. The moment I opened my eyes, I was utterly flabbergasted with what I saw in front of me. The dining table was decorated with some of favorite foods, biryani, rosogula among others. I could not believe my eyes. My Raj had planned a surprise for me. Raj, how, I could not even utter a complete sentence. I know, Anisha, I can be quite the difficult person at times. I do not have a single romantic boon in me, nor do I speak much a lot of times, but you must know one thing, I love you and I care for you a lot, he stated firmly. By this time, I had tears brimming in my eyes. I love you too, Raj, and I would have understood. You are already so exhausted from all of that work, and you do not even like to cook. You did not have to stretch so much, I was indeed concerned about his health these days. Everything for you, he whispered and grabbed my hand, making me sit on the chair. That moment I understood what a fool I had been for doubting this gem of a person. This person challenges his comfort zone and does sweet things for me despite of his exhaustion. Isn't that what love is? Raj's subtle gestures, like keeping the food warm for me when I would be late to have it, keeping my side of the bed warm in winter by sleeping on there, and then moving to his cold side, massaging my lower stomach during periods, combing my knotted hair when I am being impatient, simply being my shoulder when I need to cry, and just being there for me come what may, mean so much more than those grandiose romantic gestures of getting flowers and cakes and wildly celebrating. Each couple shares love in a different manner. And this way, it was ours, Raj's way of utmost care in those tiny little things which always matter. Tara, your Jiju might not be the stereotype of being romantic, but he certainly is my perfect husband. My type of perfection. Each couple shares love in a different manner. And this way, it was ours, Raj's way of utmost care in those tiny little things which always matter. Tara, your Jiju might not be the stereotype of being romantic, but he certainly is my perfect husband. My type of perfection. That was the last thought in my mind before I delved into Raj's love, which he had poured generously in the food he had cooked for me. The end. Thanks to writer Sanjita Roy for giving us permission to read her story.